you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!
Liar.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Smith Radio, along with your host, Brian Smith and
Carrie Smith.
Giving you all the late-breaking details of the past week, setting you up, giving you all the info. We good, Mr. Producer?
Yeah, I had to mess around with the knobs.
Okay, we got the knobs all turned the right way.
Yep.
Good. Today is May 15th. It's 5 o'clock on the East Coast time every single Sunday evening when we do Smith Radio.
Hey, speaking of which, I just got an alert from Spreaker right now. It says Smith Radio is live now.
If you get the Spreaker app or if you log on to Spreaker on your smartphone, which I guess people out there have dumb phones, but most...
I don't think they refer to them as dumb phones, but... yeah, maybe they're dumb people.
Well, okay. So you'll get the alerts and the heads up when we go live. And when we are live, you can call in on the call-in line, 772-49-SMITH, SMYTH, 772-49-SMITH. And for Smith Radio, we've got some kind of really big news up and coming. We are scheduling attentively a woman who was abused by Clinton.
Well, we'll see about that.
We'll see about it. Yeah.
We will see about a victim.
A victim?
A victim of Clinton, possibly.
In this show, we are going to utterly destroy Clinton with fact. Plenty of sound bites. Lots of information this week coming out on Hillary, as I like to refer to her as Killary. By the way, there's a list that we're going to get to. 47 of the Clintons' closest friends dead.
Really?
Dead.
47.
47 and counting. Close friends, not estranged friends. Not.
Well, yeah, but they're getting up in the age. I mean, sometimes time takes its toll, and you know, people die.
Okay, well,
everybody dies.
Okay, well, your dad, my dad are about that age with the Clintons. Well,
Okay.
Maybe my father more so, but how many people you think their close friends are dead?
I guess it depends. I mean, nothing against your dad, but I would think that Clinton may have more friends than your dad just because of the business he's in.
Okay.
It's politics, you
With the
you glad hand with a lot of people.
The irony of all of her friends that are dead, gunshots, airplane crashes.
Oh, these aren't natural causes.
Oh, right. Sorry. I had to slip that in there.
Because I was thinking in 150 years, I would think that every single one of your friends would be dead.
Congratulations to the oldest woman in the world who is the only living person on the planet that was born in the 1800s.
The 19th century?
Yes, she was born in 1899. She's 116 years old. I bet she's got more dead friends.
She may have more than she may have 47 dead friends, close friends.
And she notes her longevity of life to 2 raw eggs a day.
Oh, like Rocky.
And raw meat.
Oh, definitely like Rocky.
That's what she said she does. Raw meat and raw eggs.
Does she have an upcoming bout that we need to be aware of? Because we need to know these things. We should probably report that for her. Yes. Kind of market it for her.
Hey, we're also going to talk about Trump's been in the news here recently. We're going to touch on some of the things that are going on with Trump as the VP pick looms, I guess,
right.
in waiting.
A short list has been announced for the Trump pick for VP, and it's been announced by none other than a person who is also on the list.
Okay.
Just FYI.
My personal opinion, if I had to pick the VP for Trump, it would be Jeff Sessions.
That's a good pick. I'm torn because you don't want to pick somebody who is a bomb thrower because
you already got Trump.
Right. I mean, you don't need to add to what he brings to the table. What you need to bring, or at least in my opinion, is somebody that adds to the table what Trump does not bring to the table. That's what I would think.
Right.
So, and then you don't want to bring somebody in that's going to be a distraction. Like, as much as I think that Sarah Palin would be a very good VP because of the way she governed Alaska, which it seems like did a very good job, she would be a distraction.
Even Ben Carson made the announcement. He said that he'd turn it down because he doesn't want to be a distraction himself.
Well,
no, you got to. The way the media treated him about the whole thing when he was a child, he attacked somebody with a hammer.
Yeah, and he tried to stab somebody or something.
Yeah, and he slapped his mom or something with his mom went bad.
I smacked my mama in the mouth.
She was talking too much. No, but the media just kept bringing that up over and over again. And Carson eventually said, hey, I've already addressed this. It's in my book. Read it. Now let's talk about let's talk about policy.
Okay.
So,
I mean, he would be a good here's the thing about Ben Carson. He's an outsider. He's just a physician.
Oh, yeah.
That would be the main thing he's bringing to the table, which also Trump brings to the table. He's not a politician. So really, I don't think that's really that needed. He's a black man. And if
in this racist world that race is perpetuated by the left,
right? And so, if there was an argument that maybe we should bring a little color to the ticket, that would be how you would do it. Well, people talk about Condoleezza Rice.
I think she would be phenomenal,
but she's also not a politician.
Correct.
And she's not polished at all. She's one of them people that you put her in somewhere in the cabinet. And she would be probably the best, most competent person in the cabinet.
Right.
But she's not a politician. And
so
she knows.
Okay, so you're saying that the pick has to be a politician.
No, I'm saying that, okay, here's a good example. Trump's not a politician, but he does a good job at it. It's kind of like if I threw you in a race car. You're not a race car driver by profession at all.
No.
But you'd probably do a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Condoleezza Rice would be like putting you in the in surgery, like you as the surgeon. Yeah, it's hard to.
You know how that would go? You remember the movie Spies Like Us?
Oh, that's right. Wow, that was bad. I was thinking more like Catch Me If You Can. Remember when he went down and that kid was bleeding?
Yeah.
And he actually did end up throwing up. He had to run off to the janitor closet to throw up, but. He did a good job of hiding the fact that he had no idea what he was doing. In Spies Like Us, they failed so miserably.
Dan Aykroyd is looking at the doctor and getting ready to make an incision, and the doctor,
shakes his head
no, and so he moves the scalpel
somewhere else, and then they say no again, and then he moves it again, and then he says yes.
And it went so bad that the patient actually died before the incision.
But an argument, you're right. Since there was no incision, you can make the argument that he didn't actually kill him. But
he would have.
He would have.
He would have.
Probably would have. Probably would have.
Good times.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was in Afghanistan, by the way.
Yes, it was. It was.
Or Pakistan.
They were run. They were run out of town. They were run
something
out of town.
like that. Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, if you had a politician or someone who, like I'm saying, Jeff Sessions, then you could balance Trump even more because Jeff Sessions is not that loud, boisterous, in your face. He's more reserved, but he also could provide that political aspect of navigating the waters of politics.
Okay, and now that you bring him up, let's talk about what's the big issue with Cruz supporters. They firmly believe that Trump is not a conservative or not conservative enough or doesn't understand conservatism, doesn't understand the principles, and even worse, doesn't know or understand the Constitution, all of which we can argue that you're wrong about, but it doesn't matter because perception is reality, and that's what they perceive.
Right.
That being said, do they bring on an ultra-conservative? I would love – now, obviously, this would be a huge promotion for him, but I would love to see like a Jim Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
From Ohio.
Sure.
Who is the one who has been viciously attacking Clinton for the Benghazi thing, and he's just really, really conservative, extremely principled, really, really adheres to the Constitution and all that. I mean, he honestly, if you look at everybody talks about how Cruz is finally the conservative that we've been looking for, that we've been waiting for, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. Cruz has some character issues, and he's unlikable, and you know, the Cruz people would argue that with me. He's principled, and he's a good man. He's a really good man. Jim Jordan is who you should have went for, because he is every bit, if not more conservative and more constitutionalist than Cruz. But he's extremely strong. He has an extremely strong character, and he doesn't have the questionable issues as to where the hell he was born.
Not only that, but let me say something else about this Cruz thing. I mean, I don't want to talk about Cruz much anymore.
Yeah,
I'm done with
he's done with it. But
I gotta throw this out there.
Real quick, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I'm just throwing it out there because we're talking about VP picks. And by the way, Cruz is on the list. Cruz is on the short list of people that Trump is saying that he would pick. I don't think he would agree to it. I think behind closed doors, Cruz would say, you know what, I'm not going down that path.
Well, and I know Cruz has already come out and said that he wouldn't do it.
And there's a reason why I think he wouldn't, and it's not so much that he is doesn't want the job or doesn't want to work with Trump, but I think that he knows what his supporters will think of it, and he'll actually lose.
Like a sellout.
Yeah, he'll lose his base if he goes with Trump. I think he'd be able to make it up in 8 years when Trump is done being a president, and then Cruz would be the incumbent VP, whatever, running for president, kind of like George H.W. Bush did when he was the VP for Ronald Reagan, and who else did that? Oh, Al Gore, VP running for president after Clinton.
Right. Okay, so the thing about Cruz, recently in the news, Cruz drops out, and then right after he dropped out, it somehow made the news that during the Kentucky Derby, he was on, or in, I don't know how you said, Millionaire's Row.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he made an appearance. But you already dropped out, and he made an appearance. It was really weird.
Wait a minute. Was he there just to watch the horses, or was he there like he was still semi-campaigning?
Who knows? It was weird. It was weird, all I'm saying. Okay.
Is he not allowed to go to the Kentucky Derby?
No, that's fine, but it's like you dropped out of the presidential race.
Take a break.
Go away.
Well, maybe that was his vacation.
Okay, well then it's explain this one. This past Tuesday, the elections on Tuesday, that obviously Trump took it all. Cruz made another appearance.
Where?
After the election that went down in the state. Oh, I'm trying to pull it up. I'm so lost.
So he made
here.
an appearance.
So he made an appearance. And it's like, dude,
are you sure he isn't just being followed around by the cameras? Because, I mean, I would go straight to Florida.
Why are you going to Kentucky, and then why are you in the state that just held an election?
Yeah.
Don't be in that state. Okay, California, when California has their election here in a couple of weeks, June 7th, if Ted Cruz is in the state of California, I got a problem, man.
That could be a problem. Unless he's there to support the GOP nominee like they all agreed to do.
Except for Paul Ryan, still.
And all of them. There's gobs and gobs and gobs of them. So, yeah, that's something that we need to talk about because that is just... So, did you hear about Rick Perry?
I did, but go ahead. You want to roll out with that?
So, okay, let's take it from the top. Way back in the very first GOP primary debate, the very first question was, just show your hands. Raise your hand, show of hands. Who here is not dedicated to backing whoever the eventual GOP nominee is? And Trump very confidently raised his hand. He was the only one out of 7